I actually think it's a really bad idea to drop a bundle of music. Like, I would never do that personally. I've been releasing a new song every week for the past 7 months almost now, and it's because everybody has 2 minutes in a week. But if you're like, hey, random guy on the street, check out my album, it has 15 tracks, I don't think anyone will take the time to listen to a 15-track album if you're some underground, unsuccessful wannabe rapper. I think out of all my subscribers, if I would be like, hey, there's a 15-track Rivaleska album, I think not even 5 people would go and listen to that in one sitting. But I wanted to do something special to announce that I'm on streaming services now. A week prior to that, a lot of people have been hitting me up and asking if my music is on Spotify or not. And I had to reply to like 50 people that it's not on Spotify. And that made me go like, damn, like maybe it's time to do that now.
Bipolar bitch.
So the beat is obviously very Sex Drive inspired, which I think is dope, and I think it's clear if you know both songs. I co-produced that beat with Doobie King, which is a close friend of mine. We've known each other for the past 3 years now. I was really close with his brother because we were in the same class in school, and then I kind of met him through that, and we've been writing ever since. What I said in the intro is a true story. I wrote the first verse when I was like really down, and I was just having a bad week because that's just how life be sometimes. But then again, you can wake up one day and you're just like filled with positivity. Like that happens to me so much. I'm like waking up and I'm kind of feeling okay, and I don't even know why. Like, it's not that all my problems have been resolved or anything. It just feels like I wake up and I have the strength to beat them all. And that was exactly what I felt when I was writing the second verse. I think it's clear that if you look at the rhyme schemes and the flow and the patterns and the pockets that I use, there's a clear evolution to the stuff I was writing 7 months ago. I used to make sure that like every single syllable in the track rhymed. Look at me now, like I'm just focused on making good music, which I think is exactly what's holding most lyrical rappers back. Like, they're so concerned about the lyricism aspect of writing a song. They don't focus on the fact that the thing that people hear first is the music. The percentage of people who are actually freaking out because of the lyricism is so tiny compared to all the other people who just listen to music for fun. And I think there are a million rappers who have a great flow and a great vibe, but they suck at lyrics. And there's a lot of rappers who have great lyrics, but they just sound weird and choppy and robotic. And I think the real skill, the real art is being able to do both. Having great lyrics and having a great flow, making a great song. Because at the end of the day, rap is still music. The rhymes are cool, but what's gonna be way more noticeable is if the song is good or not. Roasting myself. I think Roasting Myself is a classic Rivaleska song. I used to call that my best work for a very long time. It's not my best work anymore because I feel like I've gotten a lot better, but I always felt it's good enough to actually be on streaming services. I actually wrote this for a YouTube video, which is why it has that gimmick of roasting myself, which is there to prove that I can be dead lyrical and I can make a good song, even though I'm sticking to a weird and obscure narrative that not a lot of people rap about. And it was actually over the real Slim Shady beat. But this remix is produced by Nasty Music, who's an amazing producer. And I actually met this dude on Reddit. We were both Eminem fans and he was sharing Eminem remixes over his beats basically. And I found him and he only had like 7 likes. So I clicked on it and it was one of the best beats I ever heard in my life. I immediately commented that it's fire. He then commented on my Joker rap video where he then asked if I wanted to use a beat of his. I answered that in my Q&A rap video, and he's been sending me beats ever since. We then made Fight Music, which is a song that I now cringe at. Like, I can't listen to that anymore because it's just this really tough guy that I'm trying to portray. And like, I'm definitely tough. It's just weird to like, I don't know, put yourself out there like that. Like, I'm not feeling it anymore. I can't listen to it, which is also why it's not on streaming services. So yeah, me and Nasty Music go way back. I'm also the very first track on his EP, and I'm also the very last track. Make sure you check that out as well, because those were great verses.
Net.
I uploaded this TikTok of me.
I'm rhyming the last word, as you can probably hear. One syllable sounds weird to my ear. Now I'm not just rhyming the last word in my rap verse, facts hurt, but I'll probably blow my brains out like my dad's curve.
And then this producer from New York hit me up and he was like, hey, I thought that was fire. I would love if you would use a few beats of mine. I checked out his stuff, it was fire as well. So I DM'd him back and I was like, yo, how about making a Net remix? Because at that time, that was my favorite track for that week. Making that track was such a pain in the ass because I had to re-record my vocals like 5 different times. Because I gotta be honest here, I don't know shit about recording. Nasty Music just recently asked me if I ever watched a tutorial on recording, if I even know my software. Then it just kind of hit me that I never realized to look into that part of rapping. I was always so focused on the penmanship, I never realized there's an entire process to actually recording your vocals. I just pressed record and I started rapping, but that's not how you're supposed to do it. And I've been upgrading in that department ever since. Thanks to both of these guys for making me a better rapper. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and it doesn't matter how knowledgeable you think you are. I felt like I needed a track that kinda explains what I'm even trying to accomplish. How can people get behind me if they don't even know what my goals are? Basically explaining how Eminem inspired me to rap, still making sure to mention my boy MGK in there, basically laying out what I actually want to accomplish in life, while also reflecting back on the past 7 months, being proud of everything I've accomplished so far, because honestly, I wouldn't have even thought that I'd get 350 subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's crazy. I was making videos back when I had no subscribers.
Struggles of a wannabe rapper.
Making this song was actual torture. I wrote this song 7 months ago. I performed it 7 months ago. I recorded it into my phone microphone 7 months ago, because that's how I used to record my tracks. And I'm actually really proud of that now looking back. Like, it's weird and it's funny, because now I know how important good audio quality is. But I'm just so proud of old me not hiding behind, ooh, I need a studio, I need clear recording. I was just so convinced that the lyrics and the flow would speak for me, and they did. Like, I got 1,000 views on the Batman trailer rap, and I recorded that into my phone. I'm so proud of that. So we basically started working on this track 7 months ago as Zeus Remix. We then stopped working on it because I didn't want to release it yet. Like, it made no sense to make a song complaining about how hard it is to be a rapper when the very first thing I uploaded had like 1,000 views in the first week. It just made no sense, so I had to put that track on ice. And we did, and we started working on all this other stuff. I felt like in order to release this song, I would need a sick music video, I would need a special occasion, and the time would have to be right. So it just felt like releasing it as the last song on my EP was perfect. Even though it's an old song and I don't stand behind the lyricism anymore. Like, if I listen to the second verse, it sounds amateurish to me, because it was. Like, I wrote that track 7 months ago. I've gotten so much better in that time frame. But I still think that the track is special, and I still felt that we need to put it out. I really wanted it to be like a movie. That's why when the song starts, you can hear the crowd booing, you can hear the crowd murmuring. I really wanted to capture the feeling of being behind the curtain at your very first rap performance and hearing the crowd noise, some people cheering, some people booing, and you're just uncertain of what's about to come. We specifically made the hi-hats tick like constantly. It's like a clock going down. It's like a stopwatch that the rapper is like feeling inside of his head because he's so nervous because he's about to perform. We made the drums like the heartbeat of the rapper, and his chest is just pounding and getting louder and louder and louder. But then the instrumental really picks off and the rapper starts and the crowd is just silenced. And I think we did a great job with that. I'm really proud of this entire EP. I think it all came together really well. Shout out to all the producers who worked on it. Shout out to Nasty Music for mastering it. Thank you so much for everyone that took the time to listen to it. It's so cool to see myself on Spotify now. I'm just so proud of myself and the progress that I've made in the past 6 months. I just can't wait to see how good I'll be in like 5 years. And I'm just seriously ready to work for the next 15 years. I don't care. I will not quit. I'm gonna prove to the universe that it can't take this dream from me. And I've been doing a great job so far, I think. I even got my own merch. Look how sick this is. Actually, I'm the only one who owns these shirts, but I might start selling some in like 3 years. I don't know. I need a bigger fan base. That's really what it's all about. So if you want to do me a favor, please send my music and send my videos to your friends. Make sure they subscribe. Please leave a like because it helps, and leave a comment because it helps even more. And it totally makes my day. And I love all of you. That's pretty much it. But I wanted to do something special for Spotify. But I wanted to do something special for the streaming services. But I wanted to do something special to announce that I'm streaming. But I wanted to do something special to announce that I'm. But there's always more to learn. Doesn't matter how knowledgeable. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and it doesn't matter how knowledgeable. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and that doesn't matter how knowledgeable. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and it doesn't matter how knowledgeable you think you are. But that just proves that there's more to learn. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and it doesn't matter how knowledgeable. But that just proves that there's always more to learn, and it doesn't matter how knowledgeable you think you are.